Good day, everyone. For my layout today, I'm using this sketch from Laura Whitaker, and I'll link the sketch in my description of this video. Today I'll be scrapping this picture of my brand new grandson with his mommy, and he's getting ready to go home, or they're getting ready to go home. I pulled a piece of a brand new collection from Bella Boulevard. It's called Cute Baby Boy. That's the background paper there. The paper that I'm working with right now, the hard paper, is from Bella Boulevard's Baby Boy collection. It's called Mama's Boy, which is so completely appropriate for this photo. And that collection is from 2012. I've been hoarding it for quite a while. I used it for two of my other grandson's photos, and now I'm using it for my brand new grandson's photos. I still love how soft it is. It's baby-like, but still definitely boyish and sweet. I'm cutting a journaling card out right there from the Bella Boulevard Baby Boy Cute Cuts paper, and I'll use a few more pieces of that. And I'm just positioning this. I want to be able to see a full heart there as I'm working with that photo. So I'm just carefully positioning it. And now I'm going to ink the edges of all of these pieces. Just because the collection is so soft, I want them to stand out against each other a little bit. And that ink is the Dewdrops Memento ink in gray flannel. Using my ATG to get everything down. My video today is actually a video response for Danielle Brown's 1000 subby giveaway. Hi, Danny. We have a little bit of a mutual love fest going on with each other in YouTube as we comment on each other's videos. Nothing weird or anything, just we both appreciate each other's work quite a bit, and we scrapbook in similar styles. So I definitely wanted to get a video done for her giveaway. And I'll link her channel as well in the description. So now I just pulled out that piece of yellow cloud paper. Again, that's from Bella Boulevard Baby Boy, and it's called Heaven Sent, which just the names of these papers are so sweet alone. And I'm going to use that paper right there. I'm actually following the paper placement of this layout really closely to what the sketch looks like. I'll go off a little bit on my own with some of the embellishment, but definitely with the paper. I just turned that a little bit because part of the piece that's now on the lower part was a little bit wrinkled up, and so I just put that on the bottom and you don't notice it quite as much. The gray chevron paper there is the back of the heart paper. That paper again is called Mama's Boy, and it's from the original Baby Boy collection. I love that paper. I use it on lots of different layouts, not just the boy layout. And I was kind of playing around here because I couldn't remember how I had that on there, even though the sketch is literally sitting on my iPad right in front of me there. That's why you'll see me reaching over and across the layout quite a bit. It's because I'm tapping my screen to bring the layout back up. So I'm inking that paper there as well and getting that all together there. All right, so now I have my basic placement of where I'm going to put the photo block. I just pulled out that tag from the Bella Boulevard Max collection, which is a boy collection. And I really like how it's going to look on this, but it has a deer head on it, which isn't going to be appropriate. So I went back to the Cute Cuts paper from Bella Boulevard, and I'm going to punch out this cute little lion head here. It has nothing specifically to do with the photograph or anything, except it's boyish and cute. So I really like how that looks. It's going to give some dimension to that top cluster there, and it also will balance off the lower section there. Now, I just pulled out a sticker there from the Bella Boulevard Trinkets from Baby Boy. And I have 2 sheets of these boy stickers. I'm not quite sure how I got 2 sheets, but I did. And that little pacifier says, "I love mommy," and I still have 2 of them left. So I definitely want to get these used, because who knows how many boys are going to be appearing in this grandma's life. So I'm definitely going to use that on this layout. That little tag there, again, I had 2 of those, is from the baby boy trinkets as well. It's the little love banner tag there. And right there I have the basic arrangement of how my clusters are going to look in the end. So this layout came together pretty quickly. That doesn't always happen with sketches for me, because sometimes I spend way too much time worrying about how things are positioned. With this one, I got the paper black done and then just kind of went off on my own, and I really liked how that went. I did cut a little bit off of that top banner because I thought it was sitting a little bit too low. I'm using wax paper there, a la Mercy Tiara, Tracy Banks, because that's just helping me position the stickers and things until I'm sure that that's where I want them to go. And I've taken some of my Scotch foam tape here. It's the foam tape that comes in the big roll. You can get it on Amazon. I've put the little lion up on that. And now I want to bring some more green up into that top corner there, because there is so much green down in the lower. And I grabbed my twine. I keep that in old cigar boxes, literally old cigar boxes. And it's We Are Memory Keepers twine. And just attach that at the top of the layout. Now that twine's going to stick out of the top of the page protector, but I don't really, that doesn't bother me at all. So now I'm working with some more of the pieces there. Again, I actually remembered to ink everything, hooray, before I actually put it down, which is not normal for me. Lots of times I forget. And what I'm doing there is I'm just popping up the tails of the little banner tag there so that it looks just a little bit more realistic. There's a little bit more dimension in it. So what's happening here is really I have 4 embellishment clusters, but there's really 3 clusters that go around the photo and frame it. And then that top embellishment cluster, I'm using more actually to balance the weight of the large photo block, which will be positioned in about the place it is positioned right now on the page. Otherwise it would look really funny. I do have my title to put on here yet, which will also help balance this layout off a little bit more. That's going to go on top of the yellow cloud paper there. There's so much space up there, I knew that's where I wanted it to go. Inking up some more of the pieces there. Deciding kind of where I want the little sticker to go. And then I look at it and decide, nope, I want some dimension up there underneath that sticker. I've got more pieces that I'm going to want to put on there, or I have, to use correct English. And now I just found this sticker that says born. Again, I had a couple of those, so I wanted to get at least one used on this paper here. Now I just pulled a brand new package of Studio Calico hearts. They're the chipboard shapes, and they're in the wood veneer. I was just at my local Ben Franklin and saw these and thought, oh, those are so cute. I should just get some of those. And the cool part is they work really, really nicely with the brown in this collection. There's a little bit of brown in the early baby boy. There is brown in the new cute baby boy collection. And by the way, there is a baby girl collection, brand new baby girl collection as well. I'm guessing it's cute baby girl. The original girl collection from 2012 was called Baby Girl. I think that's 2012, by the way. It might be 2011, but I think it's 2012. So I have another little sticker there from the trinket sheet. It says 100%, and since that little label there says "You make me so happy," I thought the 100% was totally appropriate. And now I'm just playing a little bit with what the size of my hearts in each cluster is going to be. It's kind of nice to have a brand new product to play with and to get it on a layout. This is the first layout I have Scrapbook since I bought it on Friday. So it's nice that on Saturday I actually used those hearts. And now I'm just getting a few little edges down. The paper was standing up a little bit in places where I had embellishment clusters going on, and I didn't want it to do that. Getting a little more foam tape underneath that. I have my little Cricut spatula out there because the label, I accidentally stuck the label down to my desk, and that spatula is really good for getting up underneath stickers to remove them. I do it on paper all the time, and every so often I'll stick one to my desk. So I'm just getting that heart tucked underneath the little lion there. And I think it's Kate Rohr that does that with enamel dots quite often, so I've started sticking things underneath, like some of those bigger or more dimensional embellishments. I was thinking about using that smaller alphabet to the left and realized I didn't have all the letters and it just wasn't going to take up enough space. So what I'm doing here is I've pulled out my American Crafts thickers in their chipboard in Boardwalk in the wood color, just to make sure that I like how much space that'll take up. And I do. Right away I look at it and go, oh yeah, this is the perfect size font for this. You can see it's really giving some weight, visual weight, taking up that space there. Now that M is a W. I've just flipped it because I didn't have any M's. And you're going to see the title of this layout is called Ready for Home, and I didn't have any R's left. So I'm going to have to figure out how to make an R with a P, and I'll show you that in just a minute. I do it all the time. So I'm not, I'm playing a little bit with exactly where I want the bottom photo cluster to go. Just making sure that I get that down before I start putting the title on, because I've done this before where I haven't glued the photo cluster down. And then I realized here that I didn't have more than one E, so since I'm going to have to make an E out of a C, I want them both to at least match, to be the same there. And so I'll do that, and you'll see how I do that in just a second. And I missed that upper edge there, so we'll get that down. A little bit on the side. Creating letters out of other letters is a great way to stretch your thickers if you don't already do it. There's lots of things you can make. Now, when you look at the layout, can you tell that I've glued in pieces to make E's and R's? Yes. Does it bother me? Absolutely not. I'm just glad that I can use this font. I love this font, and I've looked for it and haven't been able to find it. And I'm going to be very sad when I'm done with it. I'm starting to get near the end of, you know, more of the letters that are useful. I still have quite a few numbers left, which is kind of normal in sets. Numbers and punctuation. I store my thickers in baskets, but I put them in the plastic 6x12 sleeves. Again, you can get those on Amazon. I don't remember what mill they are or anything. If I think about it, I'll look to see if I can link it. I'm not sure that I still have the link for that, but I usually just Google 6x12 plastic bags and you can come up with them. I just bought some more now, and they're a little bit thicker, and I really like them because the original ones that I bought were so thin that they do split on occasion, just because my thickers get a lot of use, and frankly I have too many stored in my baskets. I just bought another basket to hold my letter stickers. She says with a certain amount of shame, but not too much. I think I forgot to tell you that that punch that I used is a 2-inch circle punch from Marvy Uchida. I was just looking at my recipe list here for the things that I used. Just getting I just take a period and I put it right in the middle of the C, and that makes a really easy E for most fonts. What I did there is I cut a leg off of an H, and I'm just putting it in there to make the R. You can also cut legs off of K's to make R's. That's something else I do quite often. Or if you need a P, you can cut the leg off the R and make the P. Lots of great ways to use letters. I made a B into a D the other day, even. Some fonts lend themselves better to that, obviously, than others, and the straighter they are without curves, the better it is to do that, or easier it is to do that. I'm just popping my Scotch Quick Dry, or the needle back in my fine line bottle that holds my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, and I decided I wanted some enamel dots here in green, and I bought these, they're like almost floral little flower shapes from Michael's quite a while ago. They're Recollections, and I knew I wanted one for the top of that little tag there, but I needed a couple of other ones as well just to get the color around the layout. So I've had them for a while and haven't used them, so I was really glad to be able to use 4 of them on this layout. And again, I'm tucking these some of these up under, just to, it's a little bit different placement, it's a little bit interesting, I guess, that way. Something a little bit unexpected. I'm just going to do some quick journaling about my grandson going home. At the end of this, you will see lots of still, or one still shot and a couple of detail shots. Please subscribe if you want to be notified of videos coming up, and you can also check in with me on the Crafty Maven Getaway YouTube channel. Hope your day is going well. Bye!